And welcome back to my channel. So this time I'm coming in with the Botanical Birds, which was released a while back now, but I've not used it, to be honest. So I thought I'd have a go with this one because my bouquet of gnomes has still not arrived, but I'm hoping that it'll be here tomorrow, which should be Tuesday. So when you see this video, I think this video will be Friday's video, so by the time you see this, my bouquet of gnomes should be here. So yeah, so anyway, I'd just like to say again, thank you for all your support. I do appreciate it. It does mean a lot to me. So today the video is going to be using, or I'm going to be using, this Tropical Paradise one. So it's got the peacock, the flamingo, the parrot, and what are you? Toucan, I think, maybe, not sure. Not very good with birds. So I'm going to be making 2 cards of that. So for this one, I'm going to be using the one with the peacock on, and I've also pulled out a sheet of paper from the little Picture Perfect pads, the Botanical Birds, and this kit is also matastic. So I have I have done an 8x8 card, and it's going to be an easel, fingers crossed. Okay, so this one is, so it's gold trim. So I just grab a couple of gold mirror and my trimmer, which I tend to put them down in places and then forget where I've put them. So you need to go 4 notches under the 8 that way, 2 notches under the 8, sorry, by 2 notches under the 8. So that is going to go inside. Then I need a bit that's going to be for the top, but I don't know. Oh, it might be big enough. I'm not sure if it's going to be wide enough this way though. Just about 2 notches under the 4 by 2 notches under the 8. Let's have a look to see what this is going to look like on top of here. Yep, it's going to be okay. And then this one is going to be 4 notches under the 4. Let's line it up properly. And then 4 notches under the 8. And that is going to be for that bit there. Get rid of some of this. And then I want to try and keep the pretty peacock in, so I'm going to go 4 notches under the 8 that way, and then 4 notches under the 8 this way. Like so. Oops. And then that should be all the cutting I need to do for this one. So that's going to go on there, that's going to go underneath, that's going to go on the top. So now I just need my glues. So my glues are all-purpose, Kalau all-purpose, and Kalau tacky. And then we could do some putting together. So let's go ahead and do this. So you use your tacky glue, all-purpose glue, sorry, when it comes out this nozzle on the back end of here. Just across the middle, and then you use your tacky glue in the 4 corners. obviously place them onto your gold mirror, or whatever colour mirror you're using, or whatever colour card you're using underneath. It doesn't have to be gold. It can be any adorable scoreable colours that you've got that you like the look of, you know, a darker blue, black. It doesn't have to be gold mirror. You can use any cardstock that you desire. You don't have, or you don't even have to use gold mirror. You can just do edge to edge with your cardstock if you prefer. There's no right or wrong way of making any card really. It's just your preference. And then tacky glue on the back as well. And then bring this in and place it down. Like so. And then this, because this is paper, so what I am going to do is use a bit of Hunkydory dotty tape, couldn't think what it's called, in the four corners, with my tacky glue, all-purpose glue, sorry. And this bird on the back here, this pinky coloured one, red one, the pink cockatoo, is one of the most nicest colour birds that you're seeing. Kind of my favourite bird. I mean, I don't really, as I said, I don't really do birds. I had a bit of a thing with a bird a long while ago, and I've been put off of birds ever since. Yeah, a friend of my ex-husband, he had a parrot, African grey parrot. They were away, I can't remember, they were away somewhere. We were sort of like looking after the bird, and I had my eyebrow pierced back then, and it was sitting on top of the doorway. It was a friendly bird, it didn't bite or anything like that really. It was, I used to hold it and everything. You know, it used to sit on my arm or on my hand or whatever, or on my shoulder. And this one day we were there looking after him, and he decided he was taking a fancy to my eyebar, and he grabbed hold of my eyebar with his beak and was pulling on it. Sorry, the bird was dangling from my eyebar. And ever since then I've not really liked birds, so that's probably one of the worst thing, one of my, I wouldn't say a fear, I just rather not have any encounters with birds. So without further ado, let's come in with my peacock. And then thing is, you ain't going to see much of that peacock there, because unless I stand that up sort of like there, you're not really going to see it. But it's going to have to go back there, otherwise it's going to be too high up and the card standing up. But you can do it as high or as low as you want to. I know I could have gone the other way. I could have done, I don't know. Yeah, if I go that high, it's going to, I might go that high, just so you can see that. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave all the frames complete for this one. And I'm just going to place some foam pads on the back of this. As I say, you can do like the same kind of style of card that I've done. You can do a reverse easel, you can do a cutaway. Say anything that you want to do. If you want to copy my card, that's what I do them for, so that any of you crafters out there get my words out, that are not too sure on what style of card to make, or you've not made cards before and you've got kits sitting at home and you've been making cards and thinking, I don't like the look of mine, you can copy these ones. I'm no expert, to be fair. I just do this as a hobby and it's something that I enjoy doing. When I first started card making some years ago, I did have a break. I did stop because I'd sort of lost interest and I was like, my cards see better out there, you know, and I sort of got, I didn't really want to do the cards anymore, so I stopped making them, and then about a year ago or so I started again, just over a year, before I got into Hunkydory stuff. I just done this wrong, so too busy chatting. So I'm just peeling these off for a minute. Hopefully don't make too much of a mess. Yeah, so I started making cards again, and then again I was not very good at it, and then I was started watching Hunkydory on YouTube, and obviously they are brilliant at what they do because it's their job, so of course they're going to be experts at it because it's something they do for a living. I was watching them and I was getting really inspired, so that's when I started getting stuff of Hunkydory. And then I found this lovely lady who does a YouTube channel called Sybil Jane, and she kind of inspired me as well to start making cards, so I got the courage up, started making cards. Turned out that I still wasn't that great at it. So just having a drink. Wasn't particularly, you know, that good at making them. And then I just sat here before I decided to do a YouTube channel, watching Sybil Jane, watching Hunkydory for a couple of, you know, 2 or 3 months, getting my collection built up, and started practicing my card making. And then obviously started doing a video channel with like Sybil Jane's help. She was my inspiration really for starting my channel, so for that, you know, and if it wasn't for Hunkydory and other people, and I wouldn't be doing what I am doing now. I'm not saying I'm an expert here, I'm not confident with some things. Oops. There's other things that I need to learn, or to try and learn, like stamping, die cutting, that sort of side of it, because I've not really done much of that, and the colouring side of it as well. So I've got all the tools and the equipment, just need the know-how how to use all of them. So for the time being I'll just stick to these until I get a chance to practice with them other things, which that will come in time. So yeah, this is the reason why my channel is how it is, and why I do what I do. Yeah, and with your support out there, it really shows that you like what I do, and that you really enjoy it. And you do put comments, which I do love and I do answer, because I'm grateful for every single comment. And even if there's somebody out there that's been making cards for longer than me and has been watching my channel and has any, you know, wants to know anything or has any tips or tricks that they can teach me, you know, or yeah, anything like that, just drop me a message and I will see if I can do it in the video. If there's something that you would like to see me use. I'm so sorry if you can hear drilling. Seems like my neighbour's took it upon himself to do some DIY today. So thanks for that, bud. Really appreciate it. And it really sounds like it's coming through my hat, through my floor. Right. Have a beautiful day. And there's a little peacock here. I mean, my neighbours upstairs, I do not really trust them whatsoever doing stuff like that. Because we've been flooded before, caused by them upstairs. Twice. So I will not be very happy if anything else like that happens here. I'll be fuming. Just put that there. And that there. So, just putting some foam pads on there. At the moment he seems to have stopped, but I think he might be carrying on in a minute. So, this is going to cover that gap that I've got between that border. So this card will actually sit up a little bit more because I don't know what he is doing upstairs. I really don't. But anyway, hopefully it doesn't pick up so much on the camera. I have got my craft room door shut, but you never know. Okay, you went over the side a little bit. I was trying to get you back, but there we go. Make sure I put it on the right way up. I wasn't going to put it on upside down, and that won't be good, would it? Have a beautiful day. So that's there. You will see the peacock when, or the person that gets this card will see the peacock anyway, so it's not, you know. Oh, so it's not going to be much of an issue really. Oh yeah, so it was a toucan, I was right. Okay, so that is that one. Just got to get some gems now. And I did have some new gems delivered. What did I put them? I don't think any of these are going to go. Oh, I could use blue actually. No, they're too small. Where did them other ones go? So I'm talking to myself now, guys. You know what it's like. I start chitter-chatting away to myself looking for something that I can't find. Because every now and again I tidy up in here and I can't find what I'm looking for. There they are. I knew I had some blue ones that I just brought. So let's go ahead and put some of these on. Put one there. Let's put one there. And one there. And these, where did I get them from? I think I got these from Temu. I do buy a lot of stuff from Temu, especially gems and ribbons and that. And that one there. And that one there. You don't really need too much on that pattern paper because it looks pretty full on that patterned paper, does it not? And then I've got inserts as well. Matching inserts. Somewhere amongst all my bits and pieces that I've moved to the side and put away. So here are the inserts. Let's have a look, see if I've got, because I haven't sorted them out with what they belong to. I'm not sure. That's the owl. I think it could have been that green leafy one, and it could be this one. Which goes with that one. Normally about 2 inserts that go to every topper sheet. I think it might be that toucan one, so yeah, so this insert is for this one, from what I could tell, because it seems to have the same sort of pattern on there as this one. So it has that pattern there, and then it has the like the fern bits as well. So let's go ahead and do this insert. Find my trimmer. Look at everything flying. So I tend to do I tend to do the insert at like 4 notches under the 8, just so it's not butted up so close, and I tend to do the same sort of like this way around, but what I'm going to try and do is do that. And do that. So I've got the smaller bit up the top and the low and the bigger bit at the bottom. Put you down there, bring you in, get my tape runner, whoops, I don't know if the edge, it doesn't matter, and then place this on the back of the card. Like so. And then all you have to do then is put your verse on and write in the card, and that is done. So that's card number 1 done, guys. So I'm just going to have a tidy up and get set up for card number 2, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. So now I need a bit of gold mirror, and this card is, this is just a cut off. It's not in a particular size. Not really sure what size it is. I know it's an 8, but I think it's about 3 1/4. So I'm going to go 2 notches under 3 1/4, and then 2 notches under the 8. For the inside, and the same again, 2 notches under 3 1/4, by 2 notches under the 4. And that'll be the top bit. And then I've taken out 2 of the two of the papers that match. So I need to go, let's do this one first, because this is the inside one. So 3 1/2, 3 1/4, 2 notches, 4 notches under 3 should be there. And then 4 notches under the 8. I think I might have done this a bit too small actually. 3 1/2, 3 1/4. I think it should have gone to 3. Yeah, I'll redo that one. And I'm going to do it again here, 4 notches under the 8. So now I won't have as much of a gold border, like so. And then this one I need to be 4 notches under the 4 by, because that's the height. That's 2 notches under, so I need to go to 3. Please be right. Yep. And then that goes onto there, hopefully. Okay, that is all the cutting I need to do for that one as well. So let's go ahead and assemble this one. This is where I always struggle when I'm using, you know, different size cards. I prefer them when they're even, when it's like an 8x8, 6x6, 7x7, that sort of card, rather than doing a odd number, or like 3 3/4, 4 3/4, whatever, 4 1/2. That sort of style of card is very hard to do for me, so I tend to try and keep to even, you know, like even number. Just putting tacky glue onto the back now, and the corners. And then place that on there. It's a bit smaller than anticipated, but this is what I say, I'm not very good at judging these ones, but it'll work. Doesn't matter if you're showing a white border. Sometimes people like to see a larger white border than, which I don't mind, a bigger white border on some cards. going to put that onto there. Because it's card to cardstock, you can use your tacky glue on this one. And then this one is going to have to be put on with some dotty tape runner. And then the all-purpose again. I really think this needs filling up. Because when they're a bit fuller, it doesn't take so long for the glue to work its way down the bottle. So I'm just going to put this onto here. This is not going to get seen that much, that's why I didn't really want to use more of the patterned paper. So that's why I went with the clouds, or the sky. I'm keeping, I know what I'm going to do with this one, because this is where I always make a mistake. So I'm going to put this onto here rather than on my topper itself. And before I take them off, I'm just going to see how high I want this to go. I can put a couple more on there. Like so. And then peel them off. Again, bring your topper in, line your card up on your mat or somewhere where it's straight. Give it a pat down. And now I've got to find my top sheet again because I need a sentiment. If I haven't got one in here, then I can find one in my book. Just for you, you can do it. So there isn't really a sentiment in there that I can use. And there's not really a border strip that I can use either. So what shall I do? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this to like I can say an inch. And then I'm going to get myself a bit of gold and I'm going to go 2 notches above the inch. Cut that down and I'm going to do it to 2 notches under the 4, and this one I'm going to do 4 notches under the 4 for the time being. It's going to come across there. So I need to cut that down by about another 4. Just going to keep cutting it down until I get it, oops, the blades come out, until I get it right. Another 2 notches. Go another 4 notches. There we go, that's right now. So let's do this one. you womble. Cut that one too small. Let's do it this way. Need another notch off of that one. That's coolio. I'm going to take this one, and I'm hopefully going to cut this one at 1/2 inch, and then turn it and do that one about there, and see if I need to take any more off. Then another notch off of there. That's it. Let's get the bits out from there, because otherwise it gets clogged up. There we go. Whoops. Nearly dropped that on the floor. Let's get rid of these little bits out of my way. I'm throwing it on the floor as well. Making a right mess everywhere today. Right. So as this is going to be used as a border, so I'm going to come in with my dotty tape pen and then place this onto here, she says, because I've just used a good dotty tape pen this time. And then the same with this one, and that's going to go across there, like so. And then put some foam pads on the back of this, peel them off now. See where I want it to stand, about there maybe. Yeah, about there, that's good. And then all I've got to do now is find a sentiment. Let's have a look in this one. Nope, definitely don't want Christmas. Let's try, I need a Matastic one, do I not? Matastic, here we go. So now I've just got to decide on the colour. So it's going to either be pink, blue or green. Pink, blue or green. I need it to be gold background, so pink, blue or green. Let's have a look. There's a pink one, might be a bit too bright though. I think you might be silver, yeah. Your gold. Doesn't have to be like to anybody especially. It just needs to have a happy many returns there, small one. What else have I got? Let's take that one out. Many happy returns. Okay. And then let's have a look. Because I'm sure I've got a bigger one that's matastic as well. Maybe not. Yes, I have. Yes, we have. See if I've got any pink that I've got gold surround. Right, wrong colour green. Silver background again. No, I think it might have to be that little tiny one, because I haven't got any bigger ones, so it's going to have to be this one. Let's put you on there and you on there. Many happy returns, and then I'm going to find a pink bow. Place that there. And then some gems. So do I go with the brighter ones, or do I go with the duller ones? The pink, the paler ones. Let's have a look. Yeah. I think I've decided. I'm going to put two there. One there, one there, one there, one there. That's all I need on there. So that is card number 2 done. And then all I've got to do with that one as well is put the insert in for that one. And I've still got enough images. Got 2 images on there. The little button ones, I've got that one, Kingfisher, although I don't particularly know why there's a Kingfisher on this pad, on this thing, because there is not a Kingfisher on there. And then the little parrot which goes with that one, but not really sure of that one. and then I have Two Can Do It and Just For You, and then a border as well, and still got one whole sheet of cardstock. And I did have the other bits around here somewhere which I've mislaid at the moment. No, here they are. And I've still got that bit of cardstock, that bit of paper from the first card, that from the second card, that, and that. And then I've got the gold mirror, which gold mirror is an essential. So guys, let me bring in this card. This was a bit longer video. So there's the 2 cards made on today's video. Feel free to copy them, or you can copy any card with any design, with any kit. It doesn't have to be the botanical birds, it doesn't have to be the paper, the pads, the botanical bird pad or whatever. It can be any kit that's got matching cardstock, matching papers or inserts. It can be, if you've got like a collar block pad and some gold mirror, and you've got topper sheets, just individual topper sheets, you can do anything. Which I think that might be one of my videos that I have to come in with, is a topper sheet without any background papers or anything like that, and just make a card using them, because I've got loads of topper sheets that have got no coordinating cardstock or no coordinating papers, anything like that. But I do have a selection of cardstock, different types. I do have a collection of paper pads. So yeah, that would be something that I can come back with. I've got loads of little books. I do need to do a tour of my bedroom, to be fair. Well, my craft room, which should be a bedroom, but it's a craft room. Just so you can see what I've got. I'm not doing it to show off or anything like that. I'm just showing you how my craft room looks and what I have in it. Which, yeah, I do have a big collection of Hunkydory stuff, and I'll try and do the video and go through some of the bits that I do have on there. It'll probably be a video from my phone, maybe, if I can get that to work. So yeah, anyway guys, I'm rambling on again as per usual. So that is it for this video. Next time I'll be back with this one, and it'll be the, let's have a look what's next. I've got Soaring Skies, that'd be with the owl, the kestrel, I think that is, and I don't know what else is on there. Can't see what that is. There's an eagle, and there's another bird, but I can't see what that is. So that's the kit topper that I'll be coming back with next time. So until next time, take care of yourselves and keep on crafting. Bye for now.